Previously on Medzy's America.
We are in Trump Tower, and we are going to go into Trump's bar, and we're going to try to track down some Whistlepig.
Why I support Donald Trump.
Oh, we Times Square,
Yeah, we're in Times Square.
and
That's in New York City.
yeah, I think we know that. I think everybody in the world knows that. We're sort of sat here by a bin. It's more of a cone.
Yeah, it's a traffic cone.
We are focusing on that instead of Times Square.
Nice bin, man.
Well, let's walk across this thing.
This is something you will never see. An empty billboard in Times Square.
Wow. Are people really paying that much attention?
No. I myself have never bought any product. that
Me
I've
neither.
seen advertised.
On the billboard, ever. So I don't know why it's so common and popular to pay so much money for them.
I don't get it.
There must be idiots around.
Just move on up. For peace you can find into the steeple of beautiful people where there's only one kind. So hush now.
This is kind of weird.
That is kind of too many M's for the McDonald's there. They've really gone to town with the M's. we just keep with the one M. We don't seem to put like 50 M's in Australia. Just one is enough.
And keep on wishing. Remember your dream is your only scheme. So keep on pushing.
It was yet another bad Adam Sandler movie. I noticed advertised. He doesn't learn. The man does not learn.
You probably don't want to go over there.
That's a mobbing of people who want money and stuff.
Yeah, and they're not just people. I mean, they're very dirty, disgusting costumes, and they will touch you.
Really?
Like I said, you can see lice. I was joking, but like only half joking.
Yeah.
It's like the ghettoest costumes ever. Like you can. Oh, it's really gross. I guess you're doing. Hey guys, comedy shows, or you want to get high?
I want to get high and go to a comedy
Yeah.
show. That's what I want to do. Like I heard that the Seinfeld thing is near my hotel. One of the exteriors is right near there. It's on the street or something.
It's very possible because there is a lot of locations like all through the city, like
Right.
the deli or the
del-
restaurant.
The restaurant, like Tom's, whatever.
Yeah.
That's somewhere near there where
Yeah.
we are.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I was reading that. That's why I wanted to stay there.
I found the soup Nazi place one time.
Really?
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
You know, son of a woman. Hoo-ah! Hoo-ah!
Very good. Very good. You know something? No soup for you! Come back 1 year!
Yeah, that was like way back. That was like
I
2002.
tweeted that guy and he tweeted back to me, which was
Oh, really?
awesome. Yeah, I found him on Twitter somewhere.
Oh, wow.
Through Jerry was following him or something. I was stalking him. America. It's just such an overload of shit.
Yeah.
I think that's what's so popular about Times Square. It's like it's converged on itself.
Yeah.
It's almost like Inception. It's, you know what I mean? It's like when it all bends around, it's like it's so much stuff that you can't even take it in. There's no one getting anything out of this, but it's there.
Yeah.
Like it's not even subliminal. There's too much.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about NASDAQ.
Yeah.
A guy was trying to teach me how to do like an accent,
Oh, yeah?
so I could fit in with like the regular people.
Close.
I can't quite do it.
Hey, how's it going?
I have no interest in anything in life.
We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, okay, let's move.
That guy almost touched you.
Yeah, I know. There was almost some groin grabbage there.
I don't know what he was doing, but
Yeah.
it was not pretty.
It was going for the groin. Straight for the ghoulies.
That's the famous Paramount Theater, by the way.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's the Paramount Theatre.
Paramount Theatre.
Standing right here, for goodness sake. Oh, balls. We got to get out of here. I'm following your lead. Just.
Alright, I'm just getting out of the way from all these people.
I just feel like I'm like in Afghanistan or something, trying to dodge things.
Like machine guns.
Yeah. It's like, oh God, get down here. There's another guy. It's like a Spider-Man trying to grab my groin.
I'd heard about New York pizza the world over, so stopping to enjoy a nibble on a small slice on our way to the village was definitely a mandatory experience.
We going in here, do you reckon?
I'm not entirely sure they do slices. I think they only serve like large pizzas.
Well, we could split one.
Okay. And then sometimes there's chocolate chips in it, and then you dust it with powdered sugar, and you eat it like a little.
So it's cannoli is a sweet thing.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was savory.
No, very sweet.
Ah. I want one of these. This one. It's the pizza Nazi. No pepperoni for you. Ow.
I don't know how much these guys get paid per hour, but I guarantee it's not enough to justify wearing this.
No, that's. I would not be. I'd be on the street before I'd be wearing a hat like that. It's oily. There's oil involved.
A lot of oil.
Yeah. I can't even eat this. I can't even eat it.
How greasy is that?
Very greasy, but it's good. But I'm putting on weight as I sit here.
Deeper into the heart of New York City now, the cabs were getting easier to hail, and we caught one that took us further on our journey.
Do you know what I mean? You've got like subcultures within your cultures of types of people. So it's just so much more complicated, and then that's different in another state as well. So just think of that as new information coming in. It's just too much. You can't process it. Like The Simpsons, you know, when like I had to kick someone with a boot and stuff. That's kind of real. Like
I was the third brother of five, doing whatever I had to do to survive. I'm not saying what I did was alright. Trying to break out of the ghetto was a day-to-day fight. Being down so long, getting up didn't cross my mind. But I knew there was a better way of life, and I was just trying to find. You don't know what you do till you put under pressure. Across 110th Street is a hell of a tester. Across 110th Street, pimps trying to catch a woman that's weak.
Before this was like a nice park, this is where they dumped all the bodies. There's only 20,000 dead bodies on this park.
really? And they're there to this day?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Sidewalk closed. Sidewalk.
We stumbled across Washington Square Park, which meant something to us both because, amongst other things, it was the location of a YouTube meetup of all our mutual online friends that took place here about 9 years ago.
I read that on Discovery Channel.
I just recognized it as you said that.
Yeah.
This is like really, really cool right now because I was here on Stickcam
I know, yeah.
in person in Australia in my little... Right here, that's right. I remember you and Shane and stuff were like sitting over there and going, Shane's really tall and everything's freaking out.
Part having everybody sign.
Yeah. She lost it.
Single person, and she freaking lost it.
Yeah, she lost it. She told me she was like crushed that she lost it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody signed that thing too.
Oh, there is a mini door.
You have to be a short person.
It's like the dwarves of the Illuminati. But what do they do up there? Like, what's the
I
point
don't know. I
of
think
climbing
it
up
was built,
there?
I don't know what it was built for, really.
Like gangbangs? What's going on in there?
No, it was built for like probably like ceremonial reasons or something. I don't know.
Masons.
Maybe I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Like these swords, they do look weird.
Could the village be a place I finally put lip to glass around the mythical Whistlepig? Only time would tell.
I don't know. Oh, they probably do actually.
Yeah, there's a pretty good chance. They got
I love that. If there's a tornado, you're sorted.
Finally arriving in the village, We rejoin our search for Whistlepig by inquiring at a local liquor store, but unfortunately receive the usual response.
You guys stock Whistlepig bourbon?
What's the name?
Whistlepig?
No, bourbon like that.
From bar to bar we went, irritating bartenders across the village with the same burning questions. Do you have Whistlepig? And if not, have you heard of it? And where in the hell can we find some of this mind-blowing nectar of the gods?
I guess that's where like Bob Dylan started out.
Really?
Yeah.
This one here?
Yeah, you can actually go up. There should be like pictures of all the famous people who played there like in the 60s. 'Cause this is where like folk music was in the 60s. Like this
Greenwich Village. Yeah, right. That's where it started. So
Yeah.
Bob Dylan would have made his beginnings, like his humble beginnings, sort of right there.
Let's try the grizzly bear and see if they've got Whistlepig.
Yeah.
And then we could try off the wax.
That looks like the grizzly pear to me.
That's exactly what I thought. That's why I hesitated. I'm like, the grizzly, huh.
But we're going in there, we're going to ask them for some Whistlepig. We might get beaten up at some point. Yeah, I'll look up the wine. I like that we're getting like scent places. This is cool.
Getting no solid leads, we figured we'd take a break and stop for a more easily obtainable beer and a chat at the famous Olive Garden located above one of New York's most famous stand-up comedy clubs, the Comedy Cellar.
Greenwich Village, like I never knew that. I didn't know where this place was. I knew it was in New York. I actually recognised this bar because they shot me here.
This is really cool.
This is like the coolest thing I've done in America.
They beat out Trump Tower though.
I think the Trump Kids thing is it. That's pretty bizarre. I mean, well, this Blue Moon shit with a little bit of this orange in it is perfect.
Yeah.
You know, what I like to do, I know they like to stick it on the side like that. I like to just go ahead and, you know, yeah, don't be shy. Just, you know.
I'll squeeze it first.
That might be a better technique.
And then
you get a little bit more
juice out of it.
Yeah, I think that's a technique. Don't be afraid to lick the fingers.
I'm afraid. After being in the city. I'm a little afraid. I mean, I think the grease from the pizza kind of burnt off any germs.
Yeah, there was definitely grease involved.
Oh yeah. So now I got a protected coating of pizza grease on all my fingers. So.
Yeah, it was. I thought that guy was Lenny Henry, but then I remembered he was dead.
He's dead?
He died, didn't he?
Lenny Henry died?
I thought Lenny Henry died. Thanks a lot. I love that.
That's the only joke I remember from that series where they were writing funny shit on the table.
Alright, so we're here looking for Allagash White. And
settled for Blue Moon.
Yeah, we've gone for Blue Moon, but this is just our little break in between looking. And we'll go all night if we have to.
All night, yeah. I mean, I didn't come to the city to not drink Allagash and to not drink Whistlepig.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to find out if Whistlepig is in fact the best drink in the world. That's why we're here. And people seem to be hopeful that it is in New York. People know of it. I'm surprised people have heard of it.
Did you see Jim Robinson?
Yeah, I just didn't want to make a...
Oh, okay. I wanted to make sure you know.
Yeah, I saw it. My ass is probably where Louis C.K.'s ass was. That's a comforting thought. Have you heard of, or do you have a a drink called Whistlepig.
I have heard of it. It's very good whiskey.
I've been trying to find it all over America. I've literally been everywhere.
You're gonna have to go to a liquor store.
Tried Swift.
Where's that?
They probably have it. It's on 4th. No, it's 5 minutes.
You know where that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on 4th Street between Lafayette and Bauer.
Really? It'd be so cool if we could find it. Like, seriously, I figured New York is the place I'm going to find it if I find it.
Alright, what was the one you said again?
Daddy-O.
Daddy-O's. Yeah.
Write all this down. We're going to need it. It's research.
Kind of tucked away. See that? Not the sushi place, right there, right?
With this shocking new lead from the amazing staff at the Olive Garden, the search was on once again. Time was against us, and the sun was quickly going down. But hope was alive and well, and its gleam followed us even into the darkest of underground watering holes.
Oh, I like this. I'm just going to throw this out there too. We're looking for something called Whistlepig. Been looking for that everywhere as well. So it's like a whiskey bourbon hybrid. You've probably heard of it. No?
I've heard of it.
Yeah. Alright, we'll look for that. Thanks a lot. Very helpful.
The saga continues. Getting closer now.
So something on 7th.
Yeah, and basically everything we want is on 7th.
Which way were we headed?
Oh, we have to look for, oh shit, 7th Avenue? I don't know how far that is.
Want to open up a wallet in some neighborhoods.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, that's wise.
So they can see the $3 that I have. They have.
$3, man.
He's got $3. Shoot him in the head.
Stab him, take his sneakers too.
It must be weird the things that you pass every day that I'm like, whoa, that's awesome. Like we don't have something like that. That's like a water tank on a building.
Yeah.
That's like seeing an elephant take a shit in the middle of the road.
That girl
And a payphone without a phone. What is that? You know, it's like remnants from the 80s. Like I'm starting to get toward the age of when my dad was like, like I was like 4 years old, you know, and like I was 4 years old, my dad was my age, and I'm starting to have a memory of him at my, it's weird, you know, that's when it starts to get weird.
Alright, Waverly Place.
Wizards of Waverly Place. We're going into Whiskey Social, and if any place is going to have Whistlepig, it's a place called Whiskey Social.
Finally, at Whiskey Social, we had done it. We had found Whistlepig. Lip a-trembling in excitement, this rare $18 shot of rye was at last about to be sampled.
Oh, you do? Yeah. We found it.
Straight ahead?
My God, like, not the boss hog though.
No, just the rice.
That's fine, the rye's fine. How much of a shot would you say?
18. I'll tell you right
18.
now.
Oh, you don't know how long we've been looking for this stuff.
It's very rare.
I can tell you, I've been across America.
Whistlepig. Right.
Whistlepig rye.
There it is, number 18.
18.
Okay, so what's the difference? I've never seen this old world
The
stuff.
old world is
It's slightly better.
I think it's 15 years. I'll double check. But I think it's 15 years, but we don't have that right now.
Oh, you don't have that, but we'll take the regular one. Is fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah. All right. I would like them. I would say we don't have that on the rocks, please.
No.
I would kill myself.
We did not come all this way to dilute this shit.
I'm not watering this shit down.
Do you want to sit?
We can sit. I mean,
We're going to sit.
Yeah.
You want to sit at the bar or the table? It's up to you.
We'll sit at a table.
All right, table. Just give us a taste of the quality we're looking at.
Yeah.
And maybe help us determine.
What if we hate it?
Why you gotta ruin it?
What if we're like, this is shit, this is horrible shit?
Well, then we're gonna do a shot or finish the shot.
I'd love if it was the biggest scam in America.
I know, it's like the cheapest whiskey.
It's like everyone's looking for it, and it's like $2 whiskey.
Yeah.
It's a whiskey bourbon caramelized hybrid. Just think of that. The sound of that.
Yeah.
Like the mouthful that it takes to say that.
I know, yeah.
Mark and I could hardly contain ourselves. This historical moment would forever be remembered. There was only one thing left to do now: drink.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. Water to dim the palate, as we call it. Do not dilute that, my friend.
I do not want to be killed. I guess.
Yes. And you're going to make us very happy. We have one last question.
Yeah.
We've also been looking for a beer called Allagash White. Can you sort us out with that later?
We have that? Yeah.
Really? We're going to recommend this place the world over. Australia will hear about it.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to hear about it.
Have you had that before, Allagash White?
We've been looking for it all over.
Have you had Blue Moon?
I love Blue Moon, but it's everywhere. But I can't find Allagash White.
Allagash is very rare. We have it as of last month. We got it.
Listen, you guys, do not get rid of either of these things. We can do it at the same time.
Yes, sir.
Hang on, let's get this out here. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my God.
That is like candy.
I feel like my brain exploded.
This is like the smoothest, most delicious.
Have you ever drank anything straight and not gone?
No. Yeah, exactly.
It goes right down. And this is like 57% alcohol. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the consistency of that. I mean, I'm not even a connoisseur, and I know. I'm going to go ahead and say it's the best whiskey I've ever tasted. Whiskey bourbon hybrid.
I'm gonna probably agree with you.
And this makes Hennessy look like someone pissed in a public toilet.
I'm afraid to take another sip. I don't want it to be over.
I'm in heaven.
I can't get over this.
My chest is going la 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 la. Like it's singing.
Yeah. Oh God, it's so
Yeah, you'd be interested in maybe trying the other one if we do have it, because I have to check with my manager if we do have the old world.
Oh, really?
Would you be interested maybe?
If you have it, I'll $50.
If we go halves, we're going to be all right.
Yeah.
All right. It's so worth it. Like, this is like the best moment of my life.
This is like the
best.
I expected it to be good. I didn't expect it to be this good.
I thought it would be pretty good, but this is like blown my mind right now. Like, I'm feeling this in my balls. Like deep in my balls. My testicles are jumping for joy. There's something going on downstairs. Yeah.
Oof. This was worth the wait. This is worth the frickin' trek, the adventure.
Honestly, this is actually worth going across America, like the whole thing. This is like Lewis and Clark. Something about, a Kentucky Purchase or something.
I don't know anything. All I know is
Louisiana Purchase.
Oh, yeah.
They purchased Louisiana for a cheap price.
For like $20.
Yeah, it was like really cheap. Yeah, so this old world stuff is how many years?
The one you guys are having is 10 years old, this is 12 years old, this is 15.
That's 15. So this is your big boy. And I've seen Boss Hog as well. Have you heard of that?
I believe we do have.
Amazingly, as well as having a stock of Whistlepig, this same bar also had the rare beer Allagash White, recommended to me by Better Call Saul writer Gordon Smith. It also exceeded all expectations.
Cheers.
Do the honors. Cheers. Is it a good beer?
It's like dog piss.
Really?
As the night came to a close, we cheerfully basked in the alcoholic glow of our own achievement. New York was the last major American city I had seen, but also, despite only having a day to spend here, was easily my favourite.
Like a real, if Guinness, like a real Irish Guinness, was a light beer. Like it was not a dark coloured beer, you know, it's like goes down, it's got a little bit of head, you know. Say goodbye. This is Mark.
I'm probably not going to see him for a while. So Mark, thanks for a great day, and you showed me around New York, and I appreciate it.
pleasure.
I had a great time, and we found you are intricate to finding the Whistlepig and the Allagash White that I was looking for.
We did it together as a team.
With that, we leave you.
9:30 at night, just got a cab on our way to Grand Central so I can go home. And
I'm gonna head to my hotel.
it's been a surreal night.
Yeah.
We had a long journey to find the Whistlepig and the Allagash.
And we did it.
We accomplished it. And I'm proud of us. I really am.
I really am too. And we actually got this cab, and this guy was cool enough to pull over.
Yeah. Took a chance on us. All the cabs.
And of all the cabs in New York, this man.
It was destined, man.
Yeah.
Destiny. We're passing the arch at Washington Square Park, heading through the village.
And we went to the cellar too, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Made famous by the Louis
C.K. Comedy Cellar. What was it? The Olive Branch?
The Olive Branch,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to see comedian Jim Norton.
Yeah,
and,
we ran into, what's his name from 30 Rock?
Judah Freelander.
Yeah. Randomly, just walking down there.
Yeah. So all in all, I'd say it was a success of a day.
Yeah, I mean, hell yeah. And we're headed to Grand Central now. I'm gonna have to look up my hotel before this dies. So I can't remember the address. So I better turn this off. But yeah.
Right.
Thanks for a cool day, Mark. And
my pleasure.
And yeah, we'll see you again another, like when you're 50 or something.
Absolutely. I might not be as spry.
See you later.
Win at the border, we're going to get the wall. We are going to have a policy of America first. Make America great again. We will do it. Get out on the 7th and vote, and boy, you better vote in November. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. We love you. Thank you.
What a look at him go. Stepping down to triumphant music, Trump descends into the crowds of loving supporters and wankers that surround him as he saunters off into the mist of ignorance and ineptitude. God bless America.
Next week on Medzy's America.
Hi. Yes, Montauk Project. Google it. Google Montauk Project.
You got a great car.
Whoa. I got a ring. I don't know why.